Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to share to you how I tried to fix this keyboard and I failed to do so. So let's begin. So this keyboard is sent to me by Lim Reviews. Lim is a huge YouTuber over here in Malaysia with over 100,000 subscribers, and he recently bought this keyboard, which is an RK987B, and he had problems with it. He was telling me that the shift key was mushy and the keys were misbehaving, and he sought my help because he bought this keyboard from Taobao and it was for his sister's gaming. Yes, so it's something that you want it to work and yet not working. So he got it sent to me and I took a look, and here's the interesting thing. When I first opened this keyboard from the box, it looked normal. Only the shift key was a bit mushy, and I did not notice anything else. So I tried, first thing I did was open the keycap on the left shift, and I noticed that the stabilizers was dislodged. So that was strange. I placed it back and I put this keycap back, and it actually was worse. And this time I can't even press it at all. Or more like I press it and it will not depress. So it got me puzzled. So after a while, I decided to pry off the casing. This keyboard comes with a casing around it, and so yes, I tried to remove the casing, and then, well, I failed for a bit because I didn't realize there was screws holding it back. And then I placed the casing back to its original position, and then I noticed at the corner the casing does not clip on as what I expected. So initially I thought I made a mistake. So I tried my best to put it back, and then I realized something was wrong. And here's the view of what happened. Yes, so I eventually managed to remove. Before I removed the case, I actually was examining it. I noticed that there is a depression on the steel. There's a steel plate, and I noticed that the keys were not properly mounted, as in the switches are above the plate. So eventually I removed the case, and wow, it is horrible. Have a closer look, and this is how horrible it is. So one would have thought that this might be a damage from shipping. Now, if it was a damage from shipping, the switches would have been crushed. The keycaps probably would have been broken because that dent is huge. Everything that's around it would have suffered some damage, but it did not. In fact, the box the box for the keyboard would have damage, but it's not damaged at all. So from what I can deduce, this is probably something that came out faulty from the production line itself, that somehow got delivered to my friend, and it's not working. And next thing I'm going to touch on is regarding purchasing. For example, over here, Malaysia, we like to buy from places like Taobao. So the problem with buying products from Taobao and all that is that if ever you have a problem like this, it's going to escalate your cost like crazy, because you might buy this at a good price, or any product for that matter. If you have warranty issues, what do you want to do? Abandon the product or send it back to the seller, or which usually that's what they request, and that's at your cost. Whether or not the seller will reimburse you in any way, that's beyond me to define the scope of their responsibility. Some may, but in doing so, they might run into loss just to sell a product. So there are so many things that you should consider. Therefore, for the average user, personally, I think if you are not comfortable with dealing with all these things, look for a local source if you can. Or perhaps some people, they do bring in some people, they are like middle persons. They might have bring in some stock and you bought from them. If any issue, they still could provide you some support rather than just buying direct. So yes, this is basically the keyboard that I am unable to fix. Why am I unable to fix? Well, it's steel plate. The switches are soldered. That's to what I know. So even if I am able to remove everything, switch is an issue. The switch is above the plate, and the plate itself is steel. And if you've seen the damage, I don't have the facility to make it right. This is severe damage, so therefore it is not repairable by me. And my apologies to Lim Reviews on this one, because it's really I appreciate that you send it over. I'm sorry that I cannot do anything, simply because other than finding out the actual problem of this matter. So that's pretty much for this one, for my clack adventures, which is something I like to call this series of whatever I'm doing with keyboards. And alright, that's it for my sharing. I hope you like this content, and well, do be aware that this thing is rare and it can happen. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that RK products are bad. RK Royal Clutch, I've actually reviewed their RK855 before, and I recently sold it off to a friend and he's impressed with it. I've done nothing to modify the keyboard, and I've been using it for almost a year, I think, and it's a really nice keyboard. I really like it. This is nothing to it's not against RK in any way, because I personally had good experience with their products and many people have it too. So this happens to be just an unfortunate case of damaged component during assembly, and then it's reached a consumer, and these things happens for any product. There's not a single product in this world that's 100% successful or 100% non-failure. The percentage varies, so this one, yeah, it's just unfortunate. That's all from me for this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you found the video useful and informative. If you like more of this kind of content, do check out the videos at the side and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.